So now we come to the third type of factoring that we're going to be dealing with. This is the one that has a leading coefficient that it's not common, it's just leading by itself. So we have this 6 is leading, and it's not a GCF because 6 cannot go to 11, 6 cannot go to 10. So we need to find a way to deal with that. There are 3 ways to do this really, but let's try to use the U sub way to do this. All right, and then later I can show you other ways to do it, and then you decide which one is best for you to use. Okay. So now let's get started. The first thing we will do is to try to convert this to a perfect square trinomial. We want it to be perfect square and not trinomial. So we have already 6x. All right, if you make a list of all the perfect squares, we have 4, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, and so on. There's no way I can convert 6 to any of this except I can convert the 6 to 36. So in order to convert 6 to 36, I need to multiply 6 times 6 will give me 36. So what I want to do is I want to do some manipulation that is very common. So let's say I have a number like this. I have 4, and I want to change it to 8, but I want to preserve the value as 4. So I need to multiply by 2. If I multiply by 2 to get 8, I need to divide that 8 by 2 to get my original 4 back. So 2 times 4 is like 8 times 2 to get me, I just want to preserve the 4. Another example would be if I have 6, I want to change it to 36. All right, but I don't want to lose the 6. So if I multiply by 6 to give me 36, I need to divide by 6 to give me the same 6 back. Okay, that's the math thing that we need to do over here. Okay, so I need to multiply all of this by 6. So it will be like this. It will be 6x squared. That was not very good. I start again. So it will be 6 times 6x squared plus 11x minus 10. I need to divide by 6 at the same time. I could have done it this way, the long division, the long bar. Just for neatness sake, I'm going to keep it like a short bar like that. Okay. All right. So now I'm ready to multiply everything like that. So it will be 36 x squared plus 66x minus 60. All of this divided by 6 will give me exact same expression I had at first. Nothing will be changed. Okay, so now I can use the U sub to do this, like in the previous video, in the example video number 2. Okay, so what we'll do is to convert it to quadratic form like this. So it will be 6x squared plus something 6x minus 60. All of this divided by 6. I need to keep the division by 6 all the way down. Okay, but hold on, there's a 6x here, and I said 66x here, so I need 11 times 6 to give me that. Okay, so I'm ready now to replace, to let 6x to be u. Okay, it will be like this. It will be u squared plus 11u minus 60. All right, don't forget to, we're going to divide by 6 later. I'm just dealing with the inside right now, okay? So I'm dealing with only the inside. I want to do the inside first and then divide my answer by 6. Okay, so if I factor this, it will look like this. 60. What factor will give me 60? I know 60 I can do 12 times 5, or I can do 15 times 4. Okay, so let's write here. 15 times 4 will give me 60. I need a negative. Okay, so if I'm going to get a negative, a positive 11, I need a positive 15 and a negative 4. So then my factor will look like this: u plus 15 and then u minus 4. All right, remember we're not done. We're just doing the u substitution now. Okay, so we're going to go back and rewrite this with 6x. Okay, let's go to the other side. We're going to replace the u with 6x. Okay, so it'll be 6x plus 15. And then 6x minus 4. Remember, we're dividing by 6. Go back to dividing by 6 now that we have x there, okay? All right, so we're almost done. We look for a common factor between 6x and 15. That will be 3. Okay, 3. And then that will be 2x plus 5. Between 6 and 4 is 2. So that will be 3x minus 2. This 3 over here times this 2 will give me 6. Okay, let's go back and say divide by 6. So 6 parentheses 2x plus 5 and then 3x minus 2 divided by 6. Now I'm going to write like this. It's the same, okay? So that I can actually divide this 6 out. So the original expression given to me as 6x squared plus 11x minus 10 is really 2x plus 5 and then 3x minus 2. We are done factoring the original expression, okay? I have another example down here. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. Here is a leading coefficient. That leading coefficient cannot be factored out, so we're just going to have to do u substitution. Change it to the quadratic form and a u substitution, okay? So I'm going to change that to 49, so I need to multiply everything by 7. So it will look like this: 7x squared minus 10x minus 8 divided by 7. Whatever I multiply, divide at the same time. So this will look like 49x squared minus 70x minus 56, all divided by 7, okay? So now I can change it to quadratic form, so it will look like this. 7x squared, that's how I get 49x squared from there, minus something again, which is going to be 7x, all right? It has to be 10 here to get 70, and then 56, all of these divided by 7. Now I'm going to use my u substitution now, so let 7x be u, so it will look like this: u squared minus 10u and then minus 56, okay? So now we're going to break 56 down so that we can have 10. Okay, let's start with 7 and 8. That will give me 15, negative 15. That's not going to work, okay? All right, let's say we go 14 and 4. 14 times 4 is 56. I can get negative 10 from there. So I need a negative 14 there to get negative 4. So it's going to be like this: u minus 14 and then u plus 4. Okay, so, but we are not done. We need to go back and replace that. So let me clear that board and replace that with 7x. Replace the u with 7x. So it's going to look like this. So we're going to have 7x minus 14, 7x plus 4. Remember to divide by 7, not 6. Divide by 7. And now we can take out 7 from here. So it will be x minus 2 from the first factor there. The other one, they cannot take anything out. We leave it alone. Divided by 7. So this 7, we cancel this 7. And then we have the final answer is x minus 2 and 7x plus 4. Okay. All right. That's what you do. Now, I promised I was going to show you another way to do this. So this another way to do this is to, let's see over here, 7x squared. If you like this way, you can just stop the video and move on. But if it's too confusing to you, you can watch another way to do this, okay? 7x squared minus 10x minus 8. Okay. All right, so at the beginning of the year, we did something like this. We have to use 7 times 8 to break this into 2. So 56, negative 56. We're going to break it so that I have 10. So I have to use negative 14 and 4. So this will be negative 14x, and this will be 4x. Okay, so then we can construct the box now. Okay, and then put 7x squared over here. And then instead of the 10x, we put negative 14x and then 4x. And then negative 8. And then we look for the GCF of 7 and 14. There is 7x. And so this has to be x. And then 14 times 7 times 4 make 14. That's negative 2. And then the GCF of 4x and 8 is just 4. And then so our factor is still x minus 2. And then 7x plus 4. The third way, I will show the third way to you when we get to factoring by grouping. This is another way to do the same problem. Zoom a little bit so you can see all of it. The first way seems to be long, but it has some benefits. All right, and the second way is visual. Okay, either way you like it, is just be able to solve to factor anything that has leading coefficient. All right, I hope it helps a little bit.